Hello, everybody. It's me, Albatross, and I've got some interesting news. I just found out that, what's her name? I don't know if she used to be called Sarah Ferguson or just Fergie. We'll call her Fergie because I seem to remember she liked being called Fergie. I could be wrong about that. Don't take my word for it. But anyways, she had an email it did reek, but it also leaked recently. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay. According to the headline, Sarah Ferguson dropped by multiple charities after calling Jeffrey Epstein a generous and supreme friend. Like, just the wording of it. Okay, first of all, a generous friend, meaning implying that he's done a lot to probably help her and her hubby, Prince Andrew. And the supreme part, well, what else could that mean other than, like, he's one of her favorite friends because he's so supreme, you know? Who says that? Like, honestly, I mean, I know she's what is she? Is she a baby boomer? What generation is she from? I don't know. But who says that? You are a supreme friend. Just supreme. Okay, maybe I shouldn't laugh. Maybe it's a British thing that I'm unaware of. But, yeah. Let's read the actual email, because it's interesting. Okay, in an alleged email to Epstein following the interview, Fergie referred to the disgraced financier as a steadfast, generous, and supreme friend. She goes on, I know you feel hellaciously let down by me from what you were either told or read, and I must humbly apologize to you and your heart for that, Fergie wrote. How close were you, Fergie? How close were you with Epstein? Why would you apologize not just to him, but to his heart? I'm a little confused by that, Fergie. I know it was supposed to be a private email and all, but, for his heart, because his heart must have hurt so bad. Poor Jeffrey. I was advised, this is Sarah, in no uncertain terms, that to have nothing to do with you and to not speak or email you, even though this is an email, and if I did, I would cause more problems to you, Prince Andrew, and myself. Well, she wasn't wrong about that. Probably should have called him on the phone to say all this, Fergie. Okay. I was instructed to act with the utmost speed if I would have any chance, and here we go, of holding on to my career as a children's book author and a children's philanthropist. Now, that might not sound much at first when you first read that, but just look over it again. Look at what she's actually worried about here, okay? Look at what she's actually worried about. She's not worried about, tainting any of the organizations that might help these children. She's not even worried about the children that she helps. She's worried about her career in it all, regardless of if it affects the charities, the children or not. That is what she is worried about. Her career. That's what she's worried about. She calls it a career. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't think the royal family was supposed to make money off of stuff like this. Now, maybe, I don't know what she means when she says career, but usually when someone says career, it implies that they're getting paid for something, that they're making their well-being off of it. Even though I'm not dumb, even though her and Prince Andrew allegedly divorced, she's still, part of the royal family. She still lives with Prince Andrew. She still does royal engagements associated with royal charities. All this stuff. Like, she got to keep it all. And it was weird because Princess Diana had to give it all up. She had to give it all up. And they were still mad at Princess Diana because she didn't need any of it. She managed to go on just fine. found herself a rich man from Egypt, and it was fine. They couldn't stand it. Now, I'm not implying that they did anything untoward to Princess Diana. I would never imply that. But I am simply saying, if we ever find out that that accident was intentional in any way, I wouldn't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. But obviously, I have no way to know that. Okay. A representative for Fergie claimed she had said, okay, here we go. Here's her excuse for sending this email to Jeffrey Epstein. This is her excuse. Claimed she had sent the email after Epstein had threatened to sue for defamation, according to the BBC. Pause. Okay, well, where's that email? Huh? If you were replying to a threat, where's that email? I mean, and if it was just a verbal threat, why not reply verbally? So anyways, this email was sent in the context of advice the Duchess was given to try to assuage Epstein and his threats. The statement read. So but listen to the irony of this. The bullshit she was telling Epstein in the email. She was basically saying, you know, they threatened me in my career if I didn't disassociate with you. And now look at her excuse now for sending the email. He threatened me. But Sarah, if he threatened you, why would you call him a steadfast, generous, and supreme friend if he was threatening you with defamation? Like what? So yeah, she's using the same excuse that she used back then to Jeffrey, but now she's using it for us, the public. Wow. Wow. And I can't help but bring this up again. Now, I am no, royal fan, and I'm not a Sussex fan either, necessarily. However, though, I will say, I do kind of feel for Harry and Meghan in a way. Not too much, but a lot more than I do these people. Because, just hear me out. Think about something. Harry and Meghan, what was their, biggest sin? What was their biggest sin, from what I hear from everybody? That they, what was it again? They wanted to work or something, or make money outside the royal family. I don't remember what the whole ordeal was over. But what I do remember, it had nothing to do with child trafficking. So, why is it that Harry and Meghan are stripped of everything, their titles, their home, their country, their security, but Prince Andrew and Fergie get all that still? Now, the charities have pulled away from them, but they're still very much part of the royal family, showing up for royal events. I think Fergie or someone just went to church recently. Actually, don't quote me on that. I'm not totally sure. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. But either way, it is very odd that Fergie has been given compared to how now, and I know Princess Diana was married to the Prince of Wales, and one could say, well, the Duke of York isn't as important as the Prince of Wales, but still, just the way Princess Diana was treated, it's like a mirror image of how they treat Harry and Meghan. And honestly, I hear all these people saying such horrible things about, especially Meghan. And I can't help but ask, what was her big sin? Did she murder somebody? Did she accidentally kill somebody? Did she sleep with someone underage? What did she do that was so wrong and evil that people talk about her this way, and they totally ignore Prince Andrew? I don't get it. I cannot find anything that she's done other than being slightly insufferable and annoying and saying cringy comments. She hasn't done anything wrong. So I can't help but, it's weird. It's just weird. Oh yeah, well, since this email has leaked, Natalie Dormer, that actress who was going to be playing Sarah Ferguson in a new movie, has come out and said, as a slap in the face to Fergie, that she will not be promoting this new film, and that whatever money she gets from this film, from her salary, is going to go towards, I don't know, one of these child exploitation charities. I can't remember which one. But, yeah, she stood on business. It was great. It was beautiful. And I know Fergie probably hated it. She hated it. Cringing in the corner. But let's be real, Fergie. You've got like a free pass with the press for too long. You really have, compared to certain other members in your family. Even more so than Prince Harry. And he was born into the family. I mean, look, check this out. Check this out. Do you all remember a couple months back when there was like 10 different magazines talking about like the Queen's corgis, because Sarah Ferguson has like custody of all the Queen's dogs and stuff after she passed. Well, Sarah Fergie went on this like whole weird, odd, cringy press tour. I know you all must remember this a couple months back, where she was literally saying she was communicating with the deceased queen through the dogs. Do you guys remember that? Do you remember that? Oh, yeah, she was saying all kinds of stuff. That she knew for sure, without a doubt, the queen was communicating to her through the dogs. It's like, pause. Like, girl. And the magazines were actually running this. Like, not even in the context of laughing at it, but like they were for real. Now imagine if like Meghan Markle had said something like that. Oh my God. They would still be calling to lock her up in an insane asylum. They would. In fact, crap, if a lot of people came out and started saying stuff like that. Like, right? Think about this. Britney Spears can't even dance with a rubber knife when other people can. You get me? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And you wonder how you can tell like who's in the know and who's in the deep state and who's part of all that. Just look at that. Look at the celebrities that are literally allowed to get away with doing things like shaving their heads and things like that, where Britney Spears wasn't. Or look at the famous people who can actually claim that they talk to the dead people through the animals without getting chastised. Those are the people you need to look out for. Because the press tears people apart like that. As they should. And I'm not saying that I don't believe that something like that's possible. I'm saying I don't believe Fergie. I don't believe her. I think everything she does is for attention. It's hard to believe anything she says, really. But listen, in case you don't remember, here's the headline from back then. Sarah Ferguson is sure, she is sure, Queen Elizabeth speaks to her through her corgis. This was just a couple months ago. Back in May. Just a couple months ago. Like, insane. Insane. And you know, I also can't help but say this. Sarah Ferguson does these child philanthropy and all this stuff. She shouldn't be anywhere near children. She has literally stood by her husband. And we all know that he likes to sleep with underage girls now. Like his manservants and stuff have all come out and said it. She stood by him. She stood by him. Didn't defend any of these children. Didn't defend Virginia Giuffre. In fact, I have a feeling that her and Lady Victoria Harvey are working neck and neck with all this. Like, with all that Virginia Giuffre nonsense. I mean, like, who else? Why else would Lady Victoria Harvey, how else would she have to gain by going on TV and trying to say, you remember when she tried to, like, prove that picture false of Virginia and Andrew false? And the only thing she did was make it look more legitimate? Do you think about it? Who do you think that was? She even admitted that she talks to Andrew's ex-wife, Fergie, not to Andrew. Now, she could have been lying when she said that. Sure, she could have been lying. Maybe she's doing this through Andrew, but I don't know. It adds up. I mean, it checks out. It really does. I mean, these people are vicious. They are. They don't care about anybody. They don't care about these children. They care about optics. They care about optics. That's all they care about. Because in what world can you be a child philanthropist and behind everyone's back support a known child predator, knowing he's a child predator, and call him a supreme friend? Like, what? But anyways, it's just, she's bonkers. She is just straight up bonkers. That's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. And yeah, I wouldn't want her anywhere near children. Hey, you all in the UK, keep her away from your children. For real. For real. Because if there's one that Andrew likes, she'll bring her... Sorry, I'm sorry. That was cruel, I guess, and cold. But it's the truth. Like, she don't give me any different types of energy than, like, Ghislaine Maxwell or Lady Victoria Harvey did. They are pedophile apologists, is what they are. Pedophile apologists. And I'm just, you know... The universe is refusing. Even though people like Kash Patel and Donald Trump are, like, refusing to, like, actually, like, dismantle the deep state and expose these people, the universe isn't having any parts of that. They're like, oh, no. It's time. It's time. It's been thousands of years of this bull crap over and over, and it's over. It's done. It's done. You're not going to pull the wool on these people's eyes anymore. So yeah, it's a good time to be alive. Thank God these monsters are being exposed. Anyways, I know they'll never go to jail or nothing, but like the fact that their charities and stuff are pulling away from her and stuff like that, you know what I mean? If it protects the children in those charities, then that's fine. We'll take it. We're just sick of these children being hurt. But anyways, have a good day.